As a professional coach, one of those things I deal with are professionals that are, let's say, north of 50, having a lot of doubt that they're going to be able to achieve what they really want to achieve, especially holding on to a job that they've had for a while, afraid to change because in their minds, who's going to hire someone who's 50 or 60 or even 70? I get this a lot. Although I work with lots of millennials and lots of Gen Xers, I also work with a lot of baby boomers. The truth is, if we think we're too old to do anything professionally, we are limiting ourselves. It's not the truth. Keep watching and I'm going to tell you why. Hi, my name is Shawn Sommerkamp and this is Motivationeer Christian Coaching. I post 2 videos a week, so please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can be reminded when I do. Please also consider becoming a member at Motivationeer.com. Your membership really supports this channel. Thank you. If you've never done this, do a Google search on late bloomers, and you're going to get a list of dozens and dozens of very famous people that started when they were 49, 50, 60, and much older. I'm going to share a few of those with you now. It will give you, if you're, someone in your 50s and you're thinking you're not going to be able to achieve some career aspiration or change careers or start over and get a new job in a new company or a new division or whatever, or if you think you're too old to get promoted, do that search. You're going to find lots and lots of very famous people started when they were much older. Age is a mental construct that limits us when we think about our own aspirations. Let me give you just a couple of examples of people that started much later in life and went on to, super success. I'll only give you a couple here, but we'll start at the youngest of the group, Julia Childs. She was 49 years old when she wrote that first cookbook of hers, and she didn't get her own TV show until a year later at 50. And yet, so many of my clients that are older might say, who's going to want to watch someone on TV who's 50? Lots of people will. The next example is Ray Kroc. Did you know Ray Kroc was 52 years old when he bought the McDonald's Brothers franchise? If you've not seen that movie on Netflix, I think it's called The Founder, please watch it. It's pretty inspirational. He was a milkshake machine sales guy, but he started it all over at 52. Or how about Harlan David Sanders, known as Colonel Sanders to you and me? Yep, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken. He did not start his first Kentucky Fried Chicken franchise until he was 65 years old. If you've not read this story, it is pretty impressive. It's pretty well known by now, so it's likely you have. But I think he took his first Social Security check that he ever received and invested it in his little business idea trying to sell his chicken seasoning recipe. Very inspirational. Or how about Grandma Moses? A very famous American painter. She did not paint her first portrait until she was 73 years old. And she kept painting until she was 101, until she couldn't paint anymore. She became famous because of her amazing, famous style of art. And of course, I couldn't finish off this list without throwing in a biblical example. How about Abraham and Sarah? They were 99 and 90 respectively when they had their first child. Remember, God had promised them that he would be the father of a countless number of people and generations, and yet God didn't make good on that until Abraham was almost 100 years old. Frankly, when we think about our own age in the grand scheme of any career aspiration, we are immediately putting up a blocker in our own minds. Remember that video I did on limiting beliefs? It wasn't that long ago. Go back and watch that video. When we think we have data to prove that people just aren't hiring older people, we're wrong. We're really relying on something known as the availability heuristic. And it's not an empirically founded mathematical data that we're accessing in the back of our mind. It's a few little data points where we maybe heard somebody say, yeah, they fired me because I was too old, or they overlooked me in a promotion or whatever. There's an article in the February 2020 AARP bulletin on ageism. And as you can see in this image, it shows a lot of people holding signs about how they were discriminated against because of their age. I'm telling you, if we focus on this, on the presence of ageism, it's going to do nothing but shake us up on the inside. And when we are nervous on the inside that maybe our age is being held against us, we're going to portray that during the interview. And what will be held against us is not our age, it's this level of energy or maybe a lack of confidence. This is the passage in Ecclesiastes Chapter 10, verse 20. Do not revile the king even in your thoughts, or curse the rich in your bedroom, lest a bird of the air carry your word, a bird on the wing report what you say. Again, as I've said in past videos, that verse is not about mind-reading birds that eavesdrop on what we're thinking and fly to the person that we're thinking about and communicate in English language or human language. No, we can't hide what we're thinking about and feeling. So if we focus on our age being held against us, it's going to work against us in the interview. Not because we're old, not because we're older. There was someone I worked with here in the Charleston area who came to me and with this same type of thing, really almost at the point of being just terrified about not being able to find a job because he was 72 years old, really wanted to keep working, had a lot more to give, of course, very sharp guy, but was convinced no one would hire him. So I went to work with him, not on how to present himself or how to tune up his resume, but how to change his mindset, how to get rid of that limiting belief about his age. And sure enough, he got the highest paying job with the highest level job title he had ever obtained in his entire career. He became the CFO of a company, and that was 3 years ago. He's still working there and loving it, and it's all because he refused to look at his age as a blocker. It's not, unless we make it one. Get rid of that mindset by focusing on what your strengths are, what you can provide as value to the company, all of that great experience. And there's this video I did where you can make sure you're communicating the numerical value you add with your presence in that company. That's a great thing to focus on as well. You are not too old to do whatever it is that you want. Focus on God, put your trust in Him, and then go after it with all your heart. And whatever happens, we know is good, pleasing, and perfect. Keep striving for whatever it is you desire. God is going to bless it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for 2 new videos each week. Tell me in the comments below about your career situation, and I'll make a video for you with a shout out. You can also become a member at Motivationeer.com. Your career is not just a way to make a living, it's a way to transform the world.